Lebanon is warning Israeli airstrikes might force it to stop cooperating with the ceasefire agreement. The Israeli military hit several buildings in Beirut, saying they held underground facilities used by Hezbollah for drone production. This marks the largest attack in Lebanon since the U.S. brokered a ceasefire agreement in November. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is confirming the IDF is arming Palestinian militias in Gaza to fight Hamas. ABC News foreign correspondent Maggie Rulli following that story for us. Maggie, Netanyahu is facing criticism in Israel for arming this militia. And in this short video on X, he's saying that it only saves the lives of Israeli soldiers. So explain the logic here, the strategy, and why he's facing backlash for it.
Yeah, well, Dan, you mentioned that criticism. There's been many outspoken members of the Israeli government that are saying this plan to aid militia in Gaza is essentially just arming members of crime families in the Gaza Strip. But as you just mentioned that video of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, he speaks out about this after that information was leaked, and he says it is only good. It saves the lives of Israeli soldiers. But Dan, he did go on to say the fact that this information was leaked, he says, is also only good for Hamas because now they're aware of it. Dan, I think it'll be interesting to see what effect, if any, the arming of these militias really have with the ongoing conflict in Gaza, and if it really is some type of military strategy or if it's perhaps more symbolic as well, Diane.
The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation says all aid sites are closed and they don't plan to reopen them. What's the latest now on getting aid to people in Gaza?
Yeah, well, Diane, I have to say it's quite confusing, and it is changing by the moment. The situation with the GHF, that's that Israeli and U.S.-backed aid group, that's really the only aid group right now that's able to distribute within Gaza. They announced earlier today on their Facebook page that they were going to have no distribution sites open today. But ABC News reached out in a statement back to us. They just said the distribution was conducted peacefully and without incident. However, it was paused due to excessive crowding that made it unsafe to proceed. Now, Dan, we have been not able to independently verify if aid was actually distributed today. So as we said at the beginning, it's been quite a chaotic week with aid distribution, and it remains somewhat chaotic and confusing. And again, the GHF is the only aid group able to really distribute aid inside Gaza right now. So any disruptions or haltings to that distribution process mean that the people of Gaza are receiving no aid, no food, and no medicine. Diane.
All right, Maggie Rulli, thank you.